Welcome back. This video will deal with the second half of Chapter 2, talking about the Qin or Qin dynasty. It wasn't around very long, and we'll kind of take a look at some of the characteristics there. Now, in the first part, we looked at Confucianism and we looked at Taoism as a way to find sense in the universe. Taoism, essentially getting in touch with nature and in touch with your feelings and the life force that seeks to balance itself out, and Confucianism, which is really a code of ethics. The Zhou dynasty will precede the Qin dynasty, and because of internal conflict, the Qin or the Qin dynasty will come into existence. And it's not going to be around much, about 15, 20, 6 to 16 years. The Qin or the Qin dynasty shows where it was located. Some important developments will take place during this dynasty, and we'll take a look at this. Some say it established China's first emperor. Shi Huangdi was the fellow who ruled during this period of time. He ruled with literally a iron fist. Bureaucracy was developed, a more centralized control rather than establishing alliances. Power rested solely with the emperor. He expanded the military. Didn't particularly like Confucius beliefs. Believed that the whip and forcing people to do things was the way to go. It's known to have people that protested his rule were sometimes treated very harshly, sometimes buried alive. One of the big accomplishments during his short reign was building a section of the Great Wall, which will be built in various stages over hundreds of years. The whole principle of legalism, human nature is naturally selfish. Intellectualism and literacy is discouraged during this time. Law is a supreme authority and replaces morality. So you're going to live by a set of rules. And if you don't, well, you're going to be punished. War is a means of strengthening a ruler's power, so he will, during his reign, will experience different conflicts. Authoritarianism, basically you need to obey the authority rather than exercise your individual freedom, which was contrary to what Taoism taught. The ruler therefore cracks a whip and the subjects obey. A few years ago, they unearthed Shi Huangdi's terracotta army. This is ones that were built, created for his next life, and thousands of soldiers were entombed with him. And if you get a chance to go to China, you might want to look into this. It's a pretty impressive exhibit. Haven't been there myself, but I plan to go someday while I'm here in Japan. So the terracotta soldiers and his horses, all these were built to protect and serve Shi Huangdi in the next life. This shows the Great Wall of China and the towers to keep out the nomads, the barbarians in the north. Seems like the barbarians always come from the north. The eastern terminus of the Great Wall of China, Shanghe Pass, and there's going to be lots of different sections built. It's not going to be built just under his rule. Other rulers, other dynasties will add to it to keep the barbarians out. The Han dynasty will supplant or replace the Qin dynasty, and it'll be around for about 400 years. The people of the Han are original Chinese. They had some notable things that were important. They invented paper, established the Silk Road, and developed trade with the Roman Empire. Uh, Buddhism is going to come out of the sub um, Asia from India, and it's going to be introduced into China as a philosophy of life. And the empire will be expanded. Here you can see the Han and Roman Empire. There's a connection there. The Silk Road going through the deserts and the Himalayan mountains, and ultimately ending up in the Mediterranean. And a lot of material was carried over that road. The Han capital, Chang'an, very elaborate court. Wu Ti is going to be an emperor during this period of time. He was important because he started public schools, expanded the empire, went to Manchuria, Korea, Vietnam, established a civil service system, a test. They were particularly interested in the Confucian scholars. Typically, the rich sent their children to these schools to learn Confucianism and then take a test and be part of the bureaucracy. So that was pretty significant. These are some of the artifacts of the Han Dynasty. More artifacts, ceramic, porcelain being built. This shows a picture of the Silk Road, the trade routes from China to the Middle East. And we'll stop right there.